Hello, hello. Let me bring this down a little bit. Hi, guys. It's Saturday. And today I'm just doing a pop-up live just to knit and have a little chat. And to let you know about tonight. And today is Saturday. Very, very hot day here in Connecticut. Oh, my gosh. And it's going to be like this next week. We have been having weather advisory for a couple of days now. So I have my water here, and I am going to show you my work in progress with this blanket I'm knitting. And let me get on here while I wait for the people to come on. Let me move this. Oh, it won't let me go in there. Now it will. All right, so I just want to say blessing to all and God be the glory. Today is Saturday, June 21st. Yesterday was the first day of summer, and it came with a big bang. It has been very hot here in the past 2 days, as I was saying, and it's going to be a very hot weekend. 91 degrees tomorrow. In the 90s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, we're getting a little break in the 70s. So, yeah, it's really, really going to be really hot. And it's just the first day of summer was yesterday, was really hot, and today. So, can you imagine how is it going to be this summer? Well, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm here at my daughter's house visiting. Also came to check my plants, see how they're doing. And because it's been really hot, my daughter's been watering them, so that's good. And visiting for a little bit. So thank you so much for watching. Anybody who's here behind the bushes during this live and who's watching the replay of this live, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Well, the last live I had shared with you a blanket I'm working on. And I am knitting this blanket. It's a baby blanket. And I left off right here. The stitch marker is marking it down here. So I've been working on the blue and trying to get the blue finished so I can move to the next color, which I'm not happy with the next color because I'm not sure why they did this. But let me share the yarn I'm using. I'll share this one since this one has not been touched. This is the Yarn Inspiration Karen Cakes. This one right here. These beautiful colors there. And then there's this beautiful scarf you see there that they show here on the label. Eileen, can you close the door, please? And this color is called Rainbow Sparkle. There's no sparkles at all, but that's the name of this colorway, Rainbow Sparkle. So then I'm working on the blue right now. This is a 4 medium weight. I'm using a 6.0 knitting needles on the wire, and it's recommending to use a 5, but I like my blankets to be drapey, and also when you're knitting, I always go up a size. So that is where I am right now. I'm using a counter that I got in a Happy Meal a while back. I'm on row. I just finished row 69. The last time I saw you, I was on row 50, I believe. Was it 50 or 30 something? But this is what row 59 looks like. And I am on this nice, beautiful blue color right here. But the thing is that after the blue color, it's the burgundy color, and then the green comes again, and then the blue, burgundy, orange last. So I don't know how that's going to look. So we will see. Okay, so I've been working on my other blanket. I just don't have it here, but I've been working also on my ribbon, cancer awareness ribbon blanket. And it is the one with the white and the teal ribbon. And the blanket's white and the ribbon is teal. I've been working on that, trying to get that done, trying to figure out how I'm going to do the crisscross for the ribbon. I'm not there yet, so I'm just going to continue with the same pattern for now until I get to that point. I will be drawing, doing a chart in a notepad, just to a graph before I continue on the second level of the blanket, where it's going to crisscross to make that round shape on the top. So let's see how how's that going to go, because it's my first time doing something like that, but we will see. We will see. If you don't try things, how you know what you could do. And I finished my finally post. I posted a picture on my community posts. I did a short video also. I finished my cardigan, my green cardigan. I did finish that. Came out pretty nice. I steamed it. First time I steamed a project. I was nervous about it, but I was worried that the stitches, I was going to do something wrong. If the yarn is acrylic, I was hoping it didn't damage it, or add it, or melted the stitches or anything like that. But it came out fine. So yeah, it relaxed it. The stitches, the sleeves were up to here, and when I steamed it, it came down a little bit. So keep that in mind when you're like steaming your projects, blocking them. It will stretch a little bit. Yeah. So I wanted to let you guys know I'm going to be on tonight for real late at night tonight. I'm gonna be on at 11:45 p.m. Eastern time tonight. I did have a request from someone that from my last live, that I guess I used to do midnight lives, and I guess people did enjoy it very much. So I will be doing that tonight, going on midnight live. And I'm very happy to hear that people want to talk about the Lord and about God. So we will be talking about crafts and about the Lord. If you're interested, please don't. If you have nothing else to do, you're more than welcome to come and join us. So that will be tonight. And I've been working on my projects, trying to get things done. I have a couple blankets besides these two that I just mentioned. I found another blanket that it's for me, that I have been working on for a couple years. But as a knitter and crocheter, you always make stuff for everybody else, and you have to put on hold when you're making stuff for someone else, or if you're selling stuff or you're doing charity work. You always put your stuff on hold and work on your new projects. So yeah, so I have that blanket. I found it just a few days ago because I put it away with the winter stuff, and I found it by accident. I was so happy. It was in a tote, so I will be taking that out. I know where it is now, and I will be working on that beautiful blanket that I was working on with different colors. It's a crochet blanket. Yep. And next is I will be working on my daughter's cardigan. Yes, because I mentioned before in my last live that I lost my, crochet and knitting mojo. It has been a hard year for my family. And also I've been going through some things. Then the garden season started. So yeah, it's been hard. But I'm back at it again. I'm motivated. Glad to see that I finished something. Um, of course, a cardigan don't take that long to make. I think the first video I made about working on this cardigan was 8 months ago. It has taken me 8 months. Not really 8 months because I put it down for a long time. So yeah, cardigan doesn't take that long though, but sometimes you just have to deal with more important things. So, whew, a lot of work with the garden. And, for the lady that is my neighbor that went to Brazil and is not coming back, I started working in that garden. I took all the plants. I will do a video showing you guys on my second channel. I have weed. We took all the weeds out, cut all those weeds that were growing on the fence. It was a lot of work. It took me an hour and a half to work that area. I had to remove all those pots she had there. And I'm grateful for those pots because they have potting soil in it. But when I went to flip one over, because I wanted to put my pepper plants in that one, a lot of ants came out. A lot of ants. So I had to take care of those ants and check the other ones. They have a lot of weed in them. I have to trim back. She has this beautiful mint plant, but I think it's like the lemon mint plant. It smells just like lemon and it tastes so good. So to trim it back, it's getting big. It's big already. To my surprise, because I showed the garden in one of my videos and the condition it was in a bad condition. So it had so much even debris, and it had a lot of weeds growing very tall. When I cleaned out the weeds as I was going, I found that lettuce was growing in there. So that's free lettuce. Hey, welcome in. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. So it's always nice to have something free, right? So I think what happened was the lady last year when she was here, she was growing lettuce. And I guess she left for the winter to Brazil. So as the cold weather came, the lettuce died and the seed fell. So now we have about 3 of those lettuces, and under one of the lettuces, it's white mushrooms growing. So I have to check to see if that's edible. But those are some great fun finds. They're free. I was so happy to see that. One of the lettuce I had to take out because it looked really bad. I didn't even know there was anything growing in there. Just the butternut squash that I put there, plant. It's gotten a few inches taller. I put a sugar baby watermelon plant there too. And the next thing I'm putting there will be the small pumpkin. And that's what I'm growing there. In the front of it, I'm going to put flowers. So marigold flowers. So I showed you in my video that I was growing some beans. Well, anyways, to my surprise, someone, I think she had also had beans in there. And like I said, if you just let the seeds dry and they drop, she had 2 plants of beans growing, and it had already a stick there where it grabbed it. The bean plant grows up tall, very tall, about 6 feet, maybe more, over a little 6 feet tall. And anyways, I was my surprise to see that there were beans growing there, and I was like, oh, okay, that's good. But I'm not done yet. Now I had to buy this tool to break down the ground. I need to plot it. And then tomorrow we're buying mulch to put mulch in that whole garden so I don't have to deal with the weeds anymore. And also, it's a lot of work dealing with the weeds. And also so they could sustain the moisture in the soil. So that's the only thing I'm growing there. Those 3 things. I'm excited to see the butternut squash grow. Now with this hot weather, I will see that plant grow really fast. But I noticed with this hot weather, we watered it. Even the garden here, my daughter watered it yesterday. She said she just had to water it this morning because even though she watered it yesterday, everything looked like it wasn't water, and it's because it's very hot and humid here. And for tomorrow, Sunday, is it tomorrow, Sunday? I think it's Monday. They're telling us it's going to be so hot that if you don't have anywhere to go, to please stay home because it's going to be dangerous. The weather's going to be extremely hot. Days like that, well, I had to keep in track of my garden, but I didn't even work on my garden today because it was so hot. But tonight when I get home, I have to water it. I did check it. So I did harvest some peas. I still have a few more peas to harvest, but I will be working on the garden. My tomato plants are getting big. There's two already with flowers. My pepper plants are growing, and our mammoth sunflower is here at her house. We have three growing. That's the one that grows about 8 feet tall. They're growing very nice. The one in my house is growing. I only got one growing in my house. I have three growing here. And so it's a lot of work. So yeah. And then, with the house and everything else. But I'm trying to catch up with my projects, trying to get my row 70, trying to get my whips going. Actually, I finished that other row. I started that row and I didn't mark it. So this is 71. Yeah. So how's the weather where you guys live? Uh, I hope that if you're having hot weather, I hope you guys are keeping cool. And so I've been thinking about a few things new projects to start. That's why I wanted to finish the cardigan. I want to finish uh, my niece's blanket, which is the one with the ribbon. And then so I could start another project. I feel better if I finish some before I start a new project. Yeah. And she's been wanting that blanket for a while. Yeah, so as I was driving here I had to pick up my youngest at work, and then I was driving here to get to my eldest daughter's house. I saw this beautiful big eagle, American eagle, flying right over the cars on the highway. So big, beautiful. I haven't seen an eagle in a very long time. And so that was nice to see. I know that there was one living in my town where I live, but I never seen the eagle. So, yep. There's the park near my house where I went walking. I was walking one day and a lady was walking the opposite way and I was going the opposite way. And she said, "Hey, did you see that eagle that was on that tree over there?" And I was like, "No." But by the time I went there, it was gone. So that might be the same eagle. They're going extinct. And I'm glad to see that I was able to see one, an American eagle. I haven't seen one in a long time. Had a white head. Yeah. But they're still working on the highways here, making a mess out of them. But what I mean a mess, they're fixing them and everything. But hold on a second, guys. Just have to soak it. All right. The sauce is sticky. Okay. So yeah, they're still doing all that stuff on the highway. So we will see what they're going to be doing in the middle of the highway. My daughter was recording it one day. We were driving and they had these big machines. I don't know what they're doing. I really don't know what they're doing, but they're still at it. And they're making a lot of roundabouts in towns. Roundabouts is where um like where I live, this downtown area, they turned it into one ways, and it's called roundabout. So uh I really don't know what's the purpose of it. You know, when I was leaving Florida and I was on vacation, that morning I was leaving Florida on my way to the airport, there was a roundabout right down the street from the airport, which made no sense. I'm like, she had the GPS on, and she said, oh, turn here on the roundabout. And I'm like, why is this roundabout here? There's nothing here. There's nothing here. It's everything's like uh no houses, no building. And I think a block from that was when you turned around, it directed you to the you got on the road to the airport. So I was like, anyways, so that's what's still going on here. Cameras are still being put up. CCTV cameras everywhere. So, yep. So that's what's going on here. But yeah, like I said, I am trying to catch up with my whips. My at first when we got the cat home, Jordan, our new pet, he's a kitten. He's not a cat, but he's not even a year old. Um, he looks like a year old, but he's not because he's so greedy. But we only feed him twice a day. I could never crochet or knit. I would have to put him in the bathroom or something because he wants to take my yarn that I'm working with and play with it, even though he had his own yarn. But I got him trained. Don't know how I did it, but he does not come near me when I'm knitting or crocheting. So yeah, that was the problem in the beginning with, I guess, cats. You know, he has so many toys and he's greedy. You give him some food and he's still looking for more food. And I mean, we give him enough. The instructions in the bag according to how many pounds he is. And plus, he eats twice a day. And we give him one snack during the middle of the day. So, yeah. But he seems to want to find more and more food. Now, something funny happened today. So, I was reading this book, which I'm going to be sharing with you guys. The book that I'm reading tonight in my live. But I was reading this book, and Jordan leaped from the couch to another part of the area in the living room, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" When I look, it was a bee. So I'm like, "How did this bee get in here?" So he's getting in through the AC. So I got him a jar with a lid, and he went towards my window, and he was on the curtain. So I was like, Lord, please let me catch this bee and put him in a jar because I really don't want to kill him. I just want to take him back outside. You know, I really don't want to kill bees. We don't have enough bees as it is. Plus, I need them for my garden. So I got him in a jar before Jordan got to him. So I got him in a jar. I go to the back and I close the door behind me. I go to the back and I release the bee. I guess the jar was wet a little bit, and inside you could see the bee like on the back porch, sitting on a piece of wood, and he's like licking himself. So I make sure he didn't follow me, and I close the door really quick, go inside. Literally, not even 20 minutes later, the bee, Jordan again alerts me that there's a bee. So he was like a cheetah. That cat ran so fast to attack this bee. He clawed it. He was going like this with his hand, trying to get the bee by the window. And I was like, Jordan, let me open the window. Let me let him go. Let me let him go. Jordan wasn't having it. Jordan ate the bee. He ate the bee, put it in his mouth and ate the bee. I couldn't believe it. And yeah, I hope he doesn't get sick from that. But he ate the bee. Yep. So I'm like, I said, this bee is not very smart. I let you out and you come back in. I guess he was trying to beat the heat. He want to go with the AC is. But Jordan. Now he's Jordan's stomach. So very, very, very smart cat. But I say that because he does the funniest things. Um, he's very entertaining. You do not get bored with this cat. So, yeah. Oh, nothing else is new with me. I'm just trying to make it day by day. I thank the Lord I'm here today when many people are not. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that if you are here watching this video live or the replay, thank God that you are here too. There's so many things going on, right? And so many things to pray for in this world. So, so that's what I'm doing. I've been very busy with the garden. I harvest some peas, which I'm going to be doing a cooking video with my peas. I'll show you. They came out so beautiful. The peas, they actually do not look like the ones in the store. Let's see who's here. Oh, hello, Alex from Africa. How are you? Welcome in. I live in the United States in Connecticut. I'm sorry for the glare for the glasses, but I cannot see without them. I live in the East Coast of United States. What time is it over there where you live? Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. So yeah, my daughter has saw my placemats, and I had crochet some placemats. You guys seen them? I shared in this channel a few years ago, and she loved how they came out, and she now wants placemats. There were the blue ones with the white and yellow flower on them. Yeah. So she went to my house and she saw them on the table. I'm also working on a bathroom rug, and I'm going to finish it, but I started thinking, unless I train him, but I started thinking, how am I going to put that bathroom rug now that we have Jordan? Because he might just want to destroy it, play with it, ruin it. Yeah, so I'm almost done with that rug for the bathroom. Thanks. It's 10:57 p.m. Oh, here it is 4:58 p.m. Eastern time. My name is Elaine, and I am a knitter, crocheter first, knitter, and I do crafts. Also, I do gardening and cooking. I have another second channel, which I'm going to share here, where I do all of that gardening and cooking and stuff. Yeah, so I do make handmade things, all kinds of things, clothing, house, domestic things for the house, toys, and blankets, and all different kinds of things. What do you do, Alex? Do you have a YouTube? Do you make videos in your YouTube channel? And what did you do there? And guys, I want to say that I got new subscribers. Thank you for my new subscribers. All I want to say is I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. But please, for the new subscribers, if you are subscribing, YouTube has rules. So you have to watch at least one video, at least 20 minutes or more. If you could finish the video, fine. That'll be great. There are some videos I have here shorter than others. You could watch a live. You could watch a short. They need to see that you are active in when you're subscribing to people's channel. Because if not, they will unsubscribe you. They're thinking that you just want to help us, with just a subscription and you're not interested in the channel. So you will have to at least leave a comment and give me a thumbs up and watch one video so they could keep you subscribed to this channel. They're doing that with they're really watching the new people when they're subscribing to channels. A lot of people are going through that. So I do appreciate it if you do that. You like to be here. Thank you so much. Hi, Liliana. How are you? How you doing? See if I could put this. Oh yeah, I'm not on StreamYard. I am on the live from Facebook. So I mean YouTube. I was on Facebook today. YouTube. So I can't show your comments up on the screen. Hi Elaine. So nice to see you. Long time no see you. All is fine here. Cannot stay long. Okay, thank you, Liliana. Thank you for stopping by. I will be on tonight at 11:45 p.m. Eastern time. I was going to start doing that on Saturdays, going into Sunday morning, midnight. I used to do the midnight lives, but I guess people do like it. I hope people show up because it's a request. So I'm gonna try it again, and that probably going to start doing that every 2 Saturdays just to see how it will go. Because it's when you're having a busy day and then you stay up that late. It is you do get tired. So if people are interested and they keep coming, then hey, that'll be great. And I'll keep doing it. Yeah. So it's nice to see you, Liliana. It's nice to know you're doing well. I have thought about you these past. I've been not really on YouTube too much this year. I just started up. I just did little videos here and there, but not in this channel. Anyways, I was the garden season started. I started in the other channel, CT Valley Girl Garden, and yeah. But because I have lost my mojo in crocheting and knitting and crafting and everything else in life has been keeping me busy. We have 2 deaths of our family members and our people from our family that have passed away, 2 in 6 months. So it's been a very hard year, but God is good all the time and he knows everything and he knows we pray for them, and if that was God's will, then that was God's will for them. But of course, we're going to miss them, and we wish they were here with us. But who are we to, who are we to say, to the Lord that disagree with the Lord? So yeah, but they are in a better place now. Let me go and put my other channel here. I still live in Connecticut. Yes, Liliana, I do. Do you still live where you live? Not to mention here when you moved that time. Let me hold on 1 second. I am going to put my the link to my second channel here. I'm almost at 900 subscribers with the CT Valley Girl Garden. I will appreciate if you guys help me out there. My daughter just gave me a piece of steak. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Woo, she put hot sauce. She cooks early, so I started cooking early too. But I made like Bazides kind of pasta yesterday, and so I made enough for 2 days, which I'm not going to eat none. That's for my youngest, but I don't eat it because the sauce does not do me any good. But She has enough for today, and also I freeze half of it for a future meal. Okay, so this is my second channel. If you guys are interested in everything food, gardening, I haven't started canning because where I live, I have to do canning. I would love to do canning, but I have to do it here at my daughter's house because I have an electric stove. You can't do it in an electric stove. You can only can in hot stove. If you're water bathing, then you could do it in an electric stove. But canning. So cooking, canning, grocery shopping. I'm a prepper. I also let you know when there's certain deals. When deals are, we have sales on food. What's going on with the food, and like I said, gardening as well. Yeah. So guys, did you see the prices for gas? Let me know in the live or in the comments of the replay of this video, this live. Um, I had just pumped gas. When was it? Just a few days ago. What's today? Saturday. So I had pumped gas, I think Wednesday, Tuesday or last Tuesday or Wednesday. And I drive to this area every day because I'm taking my daughter to work. So I drive by this gas station every day. I look at the gas prices. And in just a couple of days, it jumped almost 10 cents. So I was like in shock because usually it jumps like a few cents, but almost like 9 cents it jumped. I was like, what? Oh my gosh, things are just getting more and more expensive. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys noticed that where you live. You know, when I went to Florida, everything. So I was on vacation in May in Florida. And I was surprised that their gas prices were higher than Connecticut's because Florida supposedly the cost of living over there is cheaper. Well, not anymore. And my friend was paying for more gas than what we were paying here. So it just doesn't matter anymore. It's not going to matter anymore that you live in a state where the cost of living is cheaper or anything like that, because I think that's not even going to matter anymore. I think the prices are just going to keep going up higher, you know, with all this war and everything going on. And yeah. So just be prepared. Always have extra money in the side. And I already have, I think, two. Do I have two or one? One of those, I have to buy me more of the gasoline containers so that if it gets to a point that we have to save gas for the car before it gets really bad, you know, if you have somewhere to put it, that would be a great idea. Yeah, but I have been I have about, if, let me see, if I buy 2 more bags of 20-pound of rice, I heard rice is going up. And before that happened, I already had about 8 months of white rice. Can't store the brown rice because it doesn't store well. It will get moldy and everything really fast. So I'm going this week coming. I'm gonna buy a couple more, 2 more of the 20-pound rice, and that will be enough for me and my daughter for rice for a whole year. And that's how I've been surviving, just prepping, you know. And I use the food that I prep. I don't just let it sit there. I rotate it. But yeah, so because the prices are getting more and more expensive, I'm looking into getting a deep freezer. The one I had before got ruined. So I need to get a deep freezer so that, you know, I've been seeing a lot of the meats go on sale lately. And that's a good time to rack up. Also, I don't know if in your area, but our eggs went way down. I have went to Walmart and I got a dozen of eggs for $2.99. I haven't seen that price for eggs and I cannot tell you how long. Yes. So I wanted to come in here just to hang out with you guys a little bit, but also to let you know who's interested. I will be on tonight. I'll try to stay for an hour tonight. Let's see how it goes. Um, it'll be a late live tonight, and yeah. I'll tell you one thing. I have to do a review on these knitting needles. I have bought these knitting needles. Let me just move this back. This is how they look at Hobby Lobby when they had that clearance. And I said I want to do a review with this because I am in love with these. I have metal knitting needles, bamboo knitting needles, plastic knitting needles, but these, oh my gosh, you just it's just so nice to work with, so smooth. You just glide, and you could, it doesn't slow you down or anything. I love it, love it, love it. I love these needles. I had bought, they were on clearance at that red tag sale at Joann's. I mean Hobby Lobby. I got these for like $1 for these knitting needles, and I bought a few of them, and I just love them. I just can't remember the name of them on the top of my head right now, but I will be doing a future video with knitting needles and showing you how, giving you reviews on the knitting needle and how I like them, which one I like the best. But I love these. When I first started knitting, I love bamboo. Bamboo needles work for me, great for beginners. Um, and then I got the bamboo, then I got the steel ones, the metal ones, and then I got um the plastic ones. But anyways, I'll do a review. I'll do a video about all the needles I have, and I'll tell you which one I like and which one I do not like, which ones I will buy again and which ones I will not buy again. But these, oh man, I should have gotten more. But they didn't have a lot of sizes on sale. But I want to go back to Hobby Lobby to see if they still sell these, because these are wonderful. And I think I would like to get them in a larger size too. I don't think I got 8 or 10, size 8 or size 10 on these. Yeah, so these are wonderful. So yes, I'm working. It looks like I'm going to be finishing with this blue color pretty soon. This is all I have left of the blue color in the middle. I'm working from the center end of the yarn of the cake. So this is all I have for the center. Then it's going to start the burgundy color. Yeah. So this is a pretty, this colorway for this cake is really pretty. I do like it. Very much. I haven't knitted a blanket in a little while, so I just wanted to do this one. This is just garter stitch. Like I said, I lost my mojo for knitting and crocheting, so I wanted to do a stitch that was very just relaxing, that I could just, after a hard day of working and being busy, I wanted to pick, just have a project where you don't even have to think. You just sit there and listen to music or the news or TV, whatever, and you don't have to think about a pattern. This is just so easy to garter stitch. Yeah. So I do like the garter stitch look. But let's see, where are we? Okay. I'm going to stay in the 1 hour mark. I'm on for 44 minutes, 11 seconds. So I'll stay for 15 more minutes. And then my daughters were supposed to be watching a movie together. After that, I'm going to be heading home, and I have to water my plants when I get home. I'm dropping more seeds because I want to grow a lot more. I got a lot of stuff growing right now. I have like butternut. I got the white My squash plants are growing beautiful. They're still in the container, the smaller container that I started them in. They're about this big now. So the reason that they're still in those containers, first of all, I waited to get at least on their fourth leaf before I transplant them. Also, it's been raining a lot everywhere, but it's been raining here in Connecticut like a lot since March. But um, when I came back from Florida, I believe it was the 23rd of May, and from that point on, the day I got here was raining, and after that was raining, 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 lots of rain. Where my watermelon plant, um, that's why I have to drop more seeds. I think it got so much rain that it doesn't look like that very healthy green color. It looks like a pale green, and I think because it had too much water. That's not one that I have in a pot, a growing pot where I can move it indoors. That's one that's growing in the ground. So yeah, so it's always good to have some plants for backups. But all my cucumbers are getting bigger, the plants, and the squashes, and yeah, they're doing very well. The carrots, all the peas did very well. This is the first time I'm able to grow peas ever. It was very hard to grow peas here. I don't know why, but I think it's because I in the fall I fertilized that before the winter came in the snow. I had amended that dirt. I fertilized it. I put kitchen scraps in it. I put coffee grounds. I put eggshells, everything, not organic and fertilizing. Nothing, not even a fish fertilizer I used. So when I went to put the peas and carrots, they are great companions together. So I put the peas and carrots together. Oh my gosh, they're doing so well. And I don't do too well with carrots neither. But this year they are doing good. So I'm going to continue that. I put the link here on my second channel. I will be putting a video up tomorrow giving you an update with the garden. And we have so much rain that I think just last week I did my potato bed. I don't know if it was last week or 10 days ago. And it was raining so much that my plant for the potato has grown so tall here and where I live. I have potatoes growing here. I have two gardens. I have one in my house and I have a second one here in my daughter's house. And yeah, so the rain has been wonderful for some plants, but the tomatoes plants here are doing wonderful, but some of them at my house turn yellow because of all the rain. But I was glad to see some are flowering, even in they're not even in their permanent homes yet. I have to transplant them, and in the container they're already growing flowers. So I have to go deal with that. But my kale is doing wonderful. My thank God, I thank to the Lord. And my beans are doing wonderful. What else? My spinach bolt. So the spinach, it got too hot for the spinach. But I will start doing spinach again in the fall. I think the lettuce is doing great because in the area where it is. And I think that's why some lettuces do well. And not very few. But you have to look at the back of your package. Some will tolerate the heat, but the majority of them do not. The bok choy, baby choy is called. I was able to harvest a little bit. They taste good, but they went to flower. I'm letting them go to flower. They're already flower, and they're like this tall, the flower. And so I'm going to let that dry, the seeds, so I can have bok choy, baby choy for seeds for next year. I mean, for this fall. For this fall, I want to do a fall garden. Yeah. But I'm very surprised I'm working on this blanket when it's been very hot. But right now I'm not under the AC because it's in the bedroom. I'm in the kitchen. But in my house, I sit right where the AC's at when I'm knitting and crocheting because it gets too hot. And yeah. So guys, so I am in row 71. I just finished row 71. So this is how it looks. I'm gonna let you guys go now. Let me check the chat room before I go. So Liliana says, I like to change knitting needles depending on the yarn I'm knitting. What brand needles are you knitting at this moment? These are, I can't remember the name of it. They're from Hobby Lobby. You know that brand from Hobby Lobby? I don't know what was the name of it. Yarnology. I think these are from Yarnology, but I would double check and put it in a comment section and the replay of this video. But I think these are from Yarnology from Hobby Lobby. But I would double check it when I get home. Yeah, because I don't have the label of this right now here with me. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. And it's been nice. I will be on tonight for whoever's interested. Want to come hang out tonight? Let's do it. And you get to meet Jordan. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure he'll be up because he likes to stay up late. And I'm trying to train him to go to bed when we go to bed. But for tonight, I'll let him stay up if he's up. But yeah, I'll see you tonight, guys. God bless. Take care. And I'll see you tonight. And then these YouTube streets. Take care. Bye for now. God bless. Bye.